Hey there YouTube, KS Cooper here, and today I have a very exciting and very long anticipated unboxing from me from cutcorner.com.ua, a Ukraine-based cube store. I basically bought this whole box for one rare cube, checked through the website, realized they had a bunch of other interesting vintage-ish and kind of rare cubes, and I placed actually a pretty sizable order. I already unboxed it, and I'm just shooting this intro at the beginning, so I do know what I got. But before this unboxing, I actually did not look at the invoice, and it's been a month, so I don't remember what every cube here is, so oh man, was I excited going through this whole thing. So without further ado, let's not let you wait any longer, and let's get right into this. It's super exciting. Well, doesn't this setup look fantastic? Well, I'm not sure how long it's going to stay this way, but for some partial amount of time at least, I have some sort of crazy lighting setup. I mean, it looks like a professional studio aside from the big mess around me, and that, I mean, my office looks like a complete mess. But anyway, this is the package in question, and wow, I'm super excited to get right into this here. So anyway, let's take a quick look around the box. As you can see, fashion original, original fashion, original fashion, original fashion. If you go on this side, I mean, all kinds of fashionable stuff. So I'm assuming this box is full of very fashionable Rubik's Cubes, and I'm not sure what box they reused for this. But anyway, like I said, this is from cutcorner.com.ua, and this should be some really rare, vintage, and interesting cubes. And one of the most interesting things about this box, I don't actually know exactly what I ordered from here, or at least I don't remember, because like I said, I ordered this about a month ago, and it just finally came today. I decided not to check the invoice before I got right into this, just so it's a surprise for you, surprise for me, surprise for everybody who sees. It should be pretty fun. So anyway, not to show my address here, I'm going to try and open this like this, and let's just go like that. There you go. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to take this off frame and then bring the cubes in one by one. Okay, and wow, looking at this for the first time, I really did order a lot more than I remember ordering here, so this is going to be fun. First off, let's get into some rarer cubes. Let's zoom in here a little bit. Since I'm actually behind the camera, I should be able to control focus and everything else better than I have in the past. As you can see, first off, this is a Fang Yi cube, which is an actual knockoff of the Dian Zanchi. As you can see by all the pictures on the box and everything else there, created in China. Well, I mean, you don't say. So anyway, this is an old school Dian copy. I noticed they still have these in stock at the cubicle. Never mind, this is actually different than I thought. So Fang Yi made a Zanchi copy. They also made a concave cube, which that's interesting. So when I saw that, I just had to have it for the collection. I have a couple concave cubes already, and I'm assuming this is the exact same design, but I do believe that Fang Yi was actually the original because this is an older one. Concave cubes, if you don't know, basically just are concave like that. They have an indent in them, they turn kind of weird, and they have a Guhong type mechanism there, which, as you can see, it's flying off screen. But basically, it's a Guhong type mech. They don't turn super great, and mostly they're just for the collection. But really, really cool. Just wanted to have that, and I haven't had a lot of Fang Yi cubes before. Okay, so I'm sure I'm going to have to readjust my microphone levels after this, but I just switched it to the mid setting and moved it a little bit closer to my mouth, so the audio quality will hopefully be better. Next up, we have a Lu Zhao Xing Mo Dun. I'm sure I pronounced that wrong. Diansheng. What is this thing called? Case cube? I don't remember exactly what the name of this cube is, but it's a non-WCA puzzle from Diansheng that I've wanted for a while. And wow, look at that thing. That thing is stunning. It's huge, first of all. Let me bring back in the concave cube. This is like an extension-only 3x3 mod or something like that because it is absolutely massive. How does this thing even turn? It turns on a weird axis like that. It definitely is a bit catchy, but wow, I really like these old Diansheng puzzles, and they had a bunch in stock, and since I placed the order to begin with, I decided to pick up some that I didn't have in my collection yet. I'm having trouble even figuring out how to turn this thing, but basically, it's like the Ching Blade and some of the other ones they made at the time, the Case Cube. I don't know what this is called. I'll put it up on the screen. That is a really cool Diansheng puzzle. Look at that. 3x3 shape mod, I assume. Let's just quickly try checkerboard on this here and see how that looks. I'm assuming very chaotic and not at all like a normal checkerboard, but regardless, there it is. That is very strange. Okay, well, I'm excited just from that. So the interesting thing is I got some rare cubes, but I also got some interesting non-WCA puzzles that I don't have yet. Also cubes I have been meaning to buy back. I mean, I placed a fairly large order from this place since shipping would take so long and all that. So anyway, next up, another Diansheng puzzle. I have a Diansheng Blade in white. I now have one in black plastic, and I actually haven't seen them in stock in black plastic a lot of different places, maybe on eBay and other places like that. But I decided to just pick one up in black plastic, and as you can see, it has that funky Diancheng color scheme, and this is basically just a black plastic Diancheng blade, which is another one of their interesting series of non-WCA puzzles that are pretty large. As you can see in checkerboard pattern, that thing looks like some sort of dagger. I mean, that's kind of dangerous. I should use this to open my cube packages from now on. But anyway, that's really cool. Diancheng blade. Let's see which one I should open next here. Next up, I don't actually know the brand on this, but I believe this is a knockoff Holy Scoob, but it actually has the caps on it, so I got the version with the caps. I'm not sure if the caps come off or not, but instead of going for the void one, I decided to go for the one with the caps to see if I could get them to come off or not. But basically, wow. Even though my microphone's not positioned correctly, I'm sure you can hear that on the microphone. That thing is extremely clicky, extremely loud. All in all, though, it doesn't turn too bad. I'm actually pretty surprised. So I'm curious to see if these caps come off. I don't know. They might not. Now, doesn't look like the caps come off. But either way, this is some version of a Scoob, and I believe it's a knockoff of a Meffert's product, but I'm not positive. I've seen these before. Pretty cool looking. Okay, so next up here, I actually have a Feng Shi puzzle. On the side of the box there, it says 54.6 millimeter. I have to check the invoice. I thought I actually got a 57 millimeter version of this, but let me check it out here real quick, and I'll check the dimensions then. This is a Feng Shi Shuangren Illusion, and actually this is the white on black. Definitely the 57 millimeter version, so I'm not sure why it's advertised on the box as the 54.6, but as you can see, I finally got one of the 57 millimeter Feng Shi Illusion cubes. Unfortunately, in the white on black, rather than the black on white like I would like. But these are really hard to come by, and there one is. I'm definitely going to lubricate this, possibly magnetize it, and I have a feeling that this is going to be a really good cube after setup. Out of the box, extremely dry and not that great at all. Corner cutting is like there, and all that. As you can see, tensions are very tight. But those are really cool cubes, and I'm looking still for a 57 millimeter black on white, or white on black, whichever version it is, the other version of that Illusion cube. Okay, next up here, this is actually a cube that I almost got many times before, but somehow ended up never picking up, and now they're fairly uncommon. This is the Fang Yi Chi X-Man Design Tornado, which was a budget cube that came out a while ago. Fortunately, they only had them in stock in white, but I still decided to pick one up, as you can see right here, and wow, that turns really well. From what I've heard, this is a modified Thunderclap. I don't know exactly what they did to it, which I think I've seen the explanation before, but it has some sort of modification on the Thunderclap design, and all in all, that is a really cool, interesting cube. Actually, I'm going to zoom out my camera here. I forgot that I can zoom it out. And then focus it in, and maybe that'll give a little bit better picture. As you can see right there, I should have been doing that the whole time, so sorry for the angle work in this video. Before I've heard this is an improved Thunderclap, and it's really good. So anyway, it's the X-Man Design Tornado. Never had one before, decided to pick one up for the collection. Okay, next up here, I have a Moe UDN, and I don't remember which color I got this in, but let's take a look at. That's right, I don't have a white Moe UDN now. I think the only one I need now is primary. I have the stickerless pink, and the black plastic Dianma. Wow, this thing is amazing out of the box. It's just as good as the stickerless one out of the box. I've had good Dianmas, and I've had bad Dianmas. The black Dianma came with really bad springs. It must have been first batch and second batch, because this one's definitely from that first batch, where they had really good springs, and all in all, it turns a lot better than the newer ones, or maybe it's second batch that turns good. I'm not sure, but either way, one of the batches really sucked, and I spring swapped it with Mario Soft Springs, and it's better, but still not as good as my stickerless one. This one, though, wow, that is absolutely amazing. I need to start doing algorithms in this video, I've been told, so I'm going to start doing that, T-perm. But anyway, that is it, a white Moe UDN, just too close to complete my collection. Okay, next up here, we have another Feng Shi Shuangren. This one does feel like the mini version, but this one has some interesting things. First of all, you can see the box is a little bit dirty there, and it's already a little bit ripped, so I'm not really worried about ripping it. As you can see, this is a primary Feng Shi Shuangren version 1. I've really been getting into primary cubes lately, and I decided to pick one of these up. Let's measure the calipers again here to see and make sure that is a 54.6. I believe that it is. As you can see, 54.69 millimeters, which that would be the sticker thickness on there. And as you can see, this is a Feng Shi version 1 in primary, but it's the mini version. I also want to get the pink and the blue versions, which they sell, I believe, like CubeZZ or on Z-Cube. But either way, that is really cool to add to the collection. I really like the Feng Shi Shuangren, even the mini version. And the primary one will be really cool after I put magnets in it. and I think it would be a really good cube. Okay, so next up, I wanted to get a Guanlong Enhanced in stickerless because I've never seen a Guanlong in stickerless before. Apparently the enhanced ones come in stickerless. This one's in stickerless pink. It was super cheap, so I added on, and that is actually pretty impressive out of the box compared to any Guanlong Enhanced that I've tried before. A lot of people said this is the same as the MF3RS, but I don't think they're correct on that. Let me quickly take a look at the mechanism. As you can see, it's definitely similar because it sort of has some primary internal pieces, but the MF3RS came with mostly internal pieces, and this one's not quite. So if somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that, but I believe this is different than the MF3RS. It's the Guanlong Enhanced. I don't know. Just want to try one stickerless because that's kind of cool. Okay, and next up here, we have a cool Diansheng cube. This is also a pretty old one here, but let me get it out of the box to show you. This is the Mahjong Cube, I believe. It's actually out of stock in a lot of even the older cube stores, so I decided to pick one up while I could find it. And as you can see, oh man, that turns really, really bad, as most Diansheng cubes do. Okay, just restarted the camera, but as you can see, that has a whole bunch of different Mahjong pieces on it. It's kind of interesting. Top and bottom actually have the same patterns, and then each of the sides, except for that one, has different patterns. So I don't think it's scrambled, but it definitely seems to have some interesting things to it. So I'm not exactly sure. Turning's not bad. It's smooth, but it's very, very catchy, and it's not slow, so I guess that's good. But I'm assuming this uses, yep, standard Rubik's Cube mechanism, slightly modified, and very, very airy, but more for the collection than anything else, and just a really odd cube. They made these in glow-in-the-dark too. Unfortunately, they didn't have any of those in stock. It's also interesting. That looks like the Alpha logo, so it must have been inspired by Mahjong. Interesting. Never played Mahjong, but I've heard of it before. Grandpa's really into that game, which is kind of funny. Huh. Okay, well, I'm going to have to check if I actually ordered this, but if I got a holy and non-holy version of this Scoob, that's actually really interesting. I didn't think I ordered both of them, but I mean, spur of the moment decisions, who knows what exactly I ordered. So there it is. That is the knockoff Meffert's Holy Scoob, and wow, that thing turns a lot stiffer. The other one there, but just as loud. Wow, very, very loud, but very, very cool. As you can see right through there, and if I get something like a screwdriver to poke completely through there, nope, can't turn it. Well, that's interesting. So it's a void puzzle, but it's not really like a true void puzzle, maybe? I don't know, because you can't turn it while there's something through the holes. So I'm not sure what that means, but I guess it has a hole in it, so that's cool. Okay, and next up here, this is a cube, which I couldn't find a lot of places, and I've been wanting to get for a long time. I believe DG Cubes, or one of the old school cubing channels I used to watch, like not really old school, but a couple years ago when I first got into cubing, every one of them reviewed this Z Volcano Pure Minx. Crinkly plastic montage. But anyway, they reviewed this Z Pure Minx, and they said it was really, really horrible, but it looks cool, so I wanted to pick one up. And as you can see, the turning on this, actually, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. So anyway, this is a really, really odd, I'm not sure if it's a Pure Minx or a 3x3 or what shape mod this is exactly. Have to do a little bit more testing on that. I mean, it seems like a Jing's Pure Minx, and then it has the rotating outer faces. So all in all, just really, really cool. And as you can see, that is a Z Volcano Pure Minx. Just a really cool non-WCA puzzle that you really can't find a lot of places anymore. So I decided to pick one up, especially not in black. You can't find them. Well, I actually have more puzzles in this box than I remember. I didn't remember barely anything that I ordered now that I'm going through this whole thing. But let's get into this here. It looks like some extra stuff. Well, that's cool. I always like when places throw in some extra stuff. Let's get a knife here because there is tape to pop open. And there we go. As you can see, these are two Cube Twist boxes, but they seem to have stands and other things inside them. So let's quickly open this up and see what I have. It's also taped shut, but I think my sharp fingers can make it through the tape. And let's see what's in here. Oh, never mind. Nope, this is something I ordered, and this is actually something that was rare for quite a long time until Cube Twist re-released it. And that is this bandaged cube right here. And wow, what the heck? That thing turns fantastically out of the box. That's ridiculous. I'm sure it's a Rubik's mech, but as you can see, it doesn't corner cut that much. But wow, the turning on this thing, first impressions, it is stupidly fast and smooth. Wow, what the heck is that? That's unbelievable, actually. Huh. Well, Cube Twist, good job on that, and it looks like I'm going to have to realign some of these holes because they're kind of screwed up. But as you can see, this is actually a DIY bandage cube kit. These are all the different bandages for it, which I guess I'll take one of these bags open here quickly, but I'm sure you can imagine what these are. As you can see, I have a whole handful here. They're bandages for this cube. And it's really interesting and really nice. They actually say Cube Twist on them, so that's really nice. The branding is always appreciated on those kind of things, but this was a rare puzzle up until recently, and I'm not sure if it's still a rare puzzle, but either way, it's really, really cool, and I decided to pick one of these up. Been meaning to from a couple different sites, just hadn't got around to it yet, so I decided to buy one from here, and here we go. There's the Fang Kun Cube I was actually expecting in that first package. As you can see, 3-layer magic cube, Fang Kun 3x3, looks exactly like a Dian, different picture, says Fang Kun everywhere, but basically it's a created in China Dian cube, which of course the original Dian was created in China also, but it's just interesting, a historical item for sure. And I'm not sure which way the logo goes up here, but this is a Fang Kun Dian Zhanchi knockoff. And wow, that actually turns really well. I wonder if this has the same plastic as like the old plastic Dian Zhanchi 3x3s, because that feels like no Zhanchi I've ever tried. It doesn't quite feel like an old plastic Dian 2x2, but it's so close. Wow, that's smooth. Smooth and fast. Very, very minor catching right off the bat here. Let's just quickly check the mechanism carefully. As you can see, complete knockoff of the Dian Zhanchi. Wow, so if anybody has an original Zhanchi, I should really compare this before I start flapping my gums. But pick up one of these if you want an old plastic Dian Zhanchi, because wow, that is so close. I'd say it's 75% of an old plastic Dian. It's not quite as soft, but it's super, super close. It's way better than the newer Zhanchis. And as you can see, this one turns very, very smoothly, and of course has the same exact problems as the actual Dian Zhanchi, which is the center caps coming off. But reverse cutting is good. Normal corner cuttings past 45 degrees with the center caps flying off. That's cool. Fang Kun Cube. Very, very good job. I'm actually impressed by that. Okay, so next up here, we actually have a Hishu Magic Cube. And of course, as with all Hishu cubes, these are race specific. I don't know like which race these are specific for, because they don't specify, luckily. Otherwise, this would be a race issue, but race specific. I mean, I guess they don't specify, so that's great. Mental energy into 100% brand new eco-friendly materials. Wow, that is very, very fantastic. As you can see, more stuff here. Turn more smoothly, age appropriate for more than 6 years. So anyway, exclusive technical secrets attached. Okay, well, I'm just literally, I am dying, laughing. Okay, that's not a Dian cube, but whatever. Yeah, that's a horrible pun. Anyway, okay, so this is a big that was a big distraction, big whole thing. But anyway, Hishu boxes always amuse me, opening them there. As you can see, this is actually a fairly uncommon puzzle as well. This is the Hishu Gear Pure Minx, which as you can see, turns like a Pure Minx and a gear cube. It's actually really, really cool. It doesn't turn super great, but it's more for the collection than anything else. And as you can see, it turns on each tip like a gear puzzle. Wow, that's actually really cool. So, oh well, so you can actually kind of like go maybe down with one and up with the other. No, I think I skipped a gear there. So, it's just poor quality there. But anyway, Hishu Gear Pure Minx, very, very cool looking for the collection. Decided to pick one of those up, been looking for one for a little while. Wow, like I said, there are so many more cubes I thought in here. I don't even remember how many I ordered. Okay, so this is really cool here. This is actually a limited edition, or at least limited release, Wit 2 cube. I don't think they sold a ton of these, but this is a Wit 2 version 1, and this is a flag cube. I forget, is it Slovakia or is it something like that? I don't remember exactly what country's flag it is. Sorry about that. Don't butcher me in the comments, please. But anyway, this is a Wit 2 version 1 in that flag's coloring, and it's pretty cool. I'm not going to scramble this because I don't really want to have to solve it, but I wonder if you can solve it differently than just this flag pattern. But either way, limited edition, kind of cool. I don't think you'll find this many other places. If they're super common, let me know. But anyway, there it is. Wit 2 V1 in some country's flag. I'll put it up on the screen. And also here, next up, we have a Gojia or Alpha puzzle. I'm not sure which version or which type of puzzle this is, but as you can see, this actually has, zoom in there a little bit, Gojia3.com, and has a different logo on it than a lot I've seen. So that's pretty cool. And let's get into first turns. That thing turns, wow, that turns really, really good. I'm interested to see the mechanism on this now. It doesn't corner cut great, and it seems to be on pretty tight tensions, but the turning on it is super, super smooth. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. Let's see if I can get a piece out of this. And as you can see, that is definitely a type, I don't know, Type 1? I believe that's a Type 1, but it might also be a Type 3. I'll put it up on the screen. I did look into Alpha Cubes today, and I saw pictures of each of the different types, so I should be able to identify that one. But as you can see, it's an Alpha Cube. It's actually pretty good. It feels solid. It feels nice, and it has the old logo on there, so that's really cool. I do like collecting older speed cubes, and this is an Alpha Cube. Is this an Alpha A5? I think that's the one I might have seen on there. It says 2009 on the box. Yep, not really sure. Alpha, the one. But anyway, Alpha is a company that also was co-founded by the creator of the GAN Cube, so I have a really rich history, and they went out of business in 2011, so the cubes are pretty hard to find. Their one is, I'm still looking for an Alpha CC, but I'm sure I'll find one eventually. That one seems to be the hardest to find out of the set. Okay, next up here, we have an MFA box. I'm not exactly sure what's in this box, but without further ado, let's get right into it and see what's in here. It's usually the best way to go about things is just to open the box and see what's in instead of going on and on about it. As you can see, this is a original Dino Cube. This is another cube I've never had before, and I believe I paid like $7 for this. I thought they were more expensive when they first came out, and they seem to be pretty uncommon now, but there it is. I also have a Shang Shou Dino Cube coming from Speed Cube Shop here later, and I'm sure that one's way better than this one, but just for the historic aspect, I decided to pick one of these up. Funny fact, I've never had a Dino Cube. I don't know why, it's such a basic shape mod. Just never picked one up, and there it is. Looks pretty cool, and that is nice. Okay, so the reason I placed an order from cutcorner.ua, a Ukrainian cube store, is actually for the puzzle coming after these. So let's kind of troll. But anyway, these are the next puzzles here. This is actually a cube for some reason that I sold off a while back. My video came out on that, I think yesterday, if I actually upload this the day I'm supposed to, which is kind of cool. But this is a Shang Shou Mini 7x7. I had one. I thought it was a dud because it turned really bad out of the box. And yeah, I think it was because this one turns way, way, way better. I got one from the Cubicle a long time ago or from eBay. I don't remember exactly which. And it was supposed to be the best 7x7 on the market besides the newly released Aofu. This was before the Aofu GT came out. So it was right when I first got into cubing. But anyway, I picked up a Shang Shou Mini 7x7 after tons of break-in, lube, and tensioning. It finally got a little bit better, but straight out of the box, it was so grindy and so horrible. And this one here is definitely better than that. It's definitely not competing with any of the good speed cubes on the market now for 7x7, but I just wanted one to complete my collection, and I wanted one for under like the $35 or $40 most sites charge for them. I believe this was like $25 on their site. It was on sale, so anyway, pretty good deal, and that's a Shang Shou Mini 7x7, which should mean 69.5 millimeters back in the days when 7x7s were like 71 or more than that. So it's not super mini, but it's definitely smaller than the original Shang Shou 7x7. So that's pretty cool. Let's put that to the side. I also have a Shang Shou 6x6. I think I was just looking to add interesting cubes to my cart. I've never had a Shang Shou 6x6. Decided to pick one up, and they had it in pink. So I decided to pick that up. Collection purposes, more than anything else. Or the Shang Shou 6x6s are pretty bad, so I don't expect to be speed solving this anytime soon. So that's also part of the reason I got in pink, just for the interest there, as kind of a, I don't know if it's limited edition, but just interesting colored cube. And as you can see, it's just a Shang Shou 6x6. Turns fairly smooth out of the box, turns very, very well. Pink Shang Shou 6x6 is pretty cool. Okay. Well, if you can tell through all this whole unboxing, I've been extremely excited for all these cubes. Wow, it took a month to get them to me, and wow, these are really, really cool. I'm glad they all made here safely. It was a small box, but luckily well packed. Thanks to cutcorner.com.au for shipping these out very well. I forget who the owner is there. It's Roman something. Forget his last name. But here it is, the most exciting cube of this entire box. The whole reason I placed an order on cutcorner.com.ua in the first place. This doesn't look like anything special. I mean, it's a Volk. But anyway, let's get into this here, and I'll show you what's so cool about it. There it is. So actually, it's kind of odd. I expected this to come unstickered, as most of these seem to be pictured. But let's just pull this manual out of here and see if it has anything special in it. This is a translucent Volk 3. Curious to see if they actually had any interesting things in the pamphlet here. Doesn't seem to be, just normal Volk stuff. So the reason, like I said, that I placed this order, this is a rare cube. I don't remember exactly how many they made, but they did not make a lot of these, and they were given out to guests or winners of some sort of contest, and somehow one ended up for sale on cutcorner.com.ua. It was probably the one that he won, and he was just trying to sell it. So it's supposed to be brand new, but it doesn't look quite brand new because it has been stickered. But let's quickly take a look at the internal mechanism, if I can find a loose side, and take a piece out carefully, without risking breaking this cube, because like I said, this is a very uncommon cube as far as I know. I actually told somebody on Instagram that I have this cube, and they said magnetize it. I think that would be really cool, but I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that for a while. First of all, I paid $55 for this, which I know that sounds crazy for a cube, but this one, super limited production, made a few years ago, not going to be released again, and I thought it was really, really cool. Couldn't find them anywhere, so I decided to pick one up. As you can see right there, very cool when you look through the pieces. Let me zoom in here quick. Very cool looking through those pieces and seeing them translucent like that. It has a light layer of lube on the inside, so I don't want to touch too much on that. But as you can see, it is very, very clear. You can see straight through that. Let's see if I can focus through it. Yeah, so not significantly clear, but you can see through the pieces. They're very, very translucent, more so than most that I've seen, and a very rare and interesting puzzle. The Volk 3 in transparent. Really, really cool to have, and I'm really glad to have this puzzle. When I found this online and saw that it was being sold from the Ukraine, I looked at their site, I found some other interesting puzzles, and I placed an order from there, like I have done with a lot of other cubing related stores in the past. So that is the holy grail of Volk limited editions, the Volk 3 in transparent. I believe I actually have all the Volk limited editions now. Now I just need to get the normal Volks in both white and primary, and I'll have the full set. But anyway, there it is, the Volk 3 in translucent. Very, very cool. Maybe only to me, but if you like that, there it is. Okay, and now the video is over. As you can see, the carnage is real. The lighting setup is crazy. The tripod is here. The microphone is there. So anyway, that's about it for this huge, massive, crazy, exciting unboxing from cutcorner.com.ua. I cannot say that I'm disappointed at all by that whole thing there. That was awesome. That was crazy. I can't believe I have half the cubes that I got in there. Worth the money, for sure. But wow, that is a whole bunch of interesting stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video today. Make sure to check me out on Instagram at chaos_cuber for pictures of these cubes, solves, updates, all that kind of thing. I think I'm just about to hit 3,000 subscribers. 3,000 followers if I haven't already. So make sure to join the follow squad on Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, that's fine. Not trying to push you into joining, but I guess I have a lot of followers on there, and I definitely post on there more so than I do on my YouTube. So done plugging that. Thanks for watching this video. Chaos Cuber out. Like, comment, subscribe below if you enjoyed. Is that enough weird promotion at the end? I don't know why I do all this to myself. Chaos Cuber out. Goodbye.